Took advantage of the nice warm weather last night. I really got a lot done out here. I took apart a whole bunch of stuff. The truck is empty. My old truck is empty of all the stuff. I took apart a whole bunch of air conditioners. There's one right there. I still have the metal brackets to take off of this one, and I have one more air conditioner right over there. All this is just scrap steel. I'm going to take that one apart. There's some wire and some transformers inside this box here, so I like to take those apart. A little bit of low copper aluminum. They call that low copper, so you get a better price than regular aluminum for that. Got that barbecue to take apart. Yeah, so it's been really good. I got a lot done, and this is my load of scrap today. So it's half scrap steel, shreddable steel, and the other half is some non-ferrous. Show you what I have here. So that's just that's a bed frame, pull-out couch. So this bucket here is all aluminum. So that's called old sheet or mixed aluminum. Basically, it's just clean aluminum that isn't extrusion or isn't, like I said, low copper aluminum. So that's like your basic category, really. But this whole bucket is full of it, and it was really heavy getting up onto the truck. So that's nice. And there's a little bit more down there. This is dirty aluminum, or sometimes called breakage. So this is anything with steel attached to it. So these pots have like a steel base on the bottom that is like cast aluminum with some plastic or steel. Any attachments, it's dirty aluminum. Another piece of breakage down there. And these are aluminum copper rads, ACR. So that's with the end plates cut off. So these big ones here are from central air conditioners, and these ones here are from the plenum inserts from your furnace. So I got a lot there. So it's good because they give me a really good price. Copper is doing really well. And this is another thing, this giant garbage container. This is full of number 2 insulated wire. And as you see, I've cut off all of the ends. Any big chunks of plastic, any brass connectors, I've cut them all off. And that's how my yard wants it done. They don't want any plug ends, nothing like that on the wire. So that's all clean, and that's really heavy. I've been packing that down, like stepping on it for so long, like all winter. I haven't brought in any non-ferrous in a long time. So yeah, that's going to be a hefty little price, hopefully, because I spent all my cash yesterday. I'll show you what I spent all my cash on. I got our other car, it's gone right now. I got fixed. I bought this thing. This is a car part that I needed. This is actually this is the used one that I got back from my mechanic. I got my mechanic to do the work because it's just easier that way. This little part here. Now, the bad news is, actually, there's not much good news. The bad news is that this may or may not fix the problem I was having. I'm having a real stubborn engine code, P0705, coming up. And it says that there's a fault with this. Now, it could be the actual switch. This is a transmission neutral safety switch. It could be this actual switch, or it could be the wiring harness. Like, this is not getting the correct amount of electricity, or he said it could even be the computer itself, which I really hope that's not. He says it gets really expensive. So if this is not the problem that I'm having, if this doesn't fix the problem, I'm going to have to do some further work on the car. Unfortunately, it's still worth it though, because the car only has 50,000 clicks on it. It's really low kilometers. Yeah, this part, tried to find it online. Rock Auto is all out of stock. There's nothing on eBay, nothing on Amazon. So a local parts store had it. My mechanic called them up and he got it from them. $200, $200. Yep, plus tax. So it's probably like somewhere around $230, and then his work was roughly that same amount. So I paid $480 in total yesterday. So I'm all out of cash. So hopefully the scrap will fix that problem. And I sold 2 things yesterday. This is a catalytic converter from my old truck. That truck right there, I replaced the cat last year. It had a big leak in it. I actually did a video on that. It's a really old video though. But yeah, I sold the cat for $40. Took a best offer, and that's going to Connecticut. Someone in Connecticut bought that from me, so it's international. And as you can see, you guys, I've been buying more stamps. There is $37 in postage on this box, if you can believe it. Yeah, so saving a little bit of money on that, doing it that way, buying stamps. This piece of paper is the customs form. It's a lot easier to do your customs online rather than when you go to the post office and you have to fill out a piece of paper, you know, write out all the information with pen, pencil. It's a real pain. So I like to just do it online, and that way all she has to do is scan that in her computer. She scans the barcode and all the information just pops right up, and she prints out a label. It's really fast, really easy. That is another sale going to Nevada, and that's 3 huge metal spikes. This package is really heavy. 3 big metal spikes in there, and sold them for $10 each, so $30, and then $26 for shipping. So those are my 2 sales from yesterday. So it's a bit slow this February. Can't complain. Just got to work harder, and hopefully. So that's why it's good to have a little backup. Scrap is the backup. Make a little bit of extra cash and hope for busier days. Guys, I'm gonna get going, get the show on the road, and we'll check in with you later. Well guys, I've been home for a little while now. I'll just show you the receipt in case anyone's interested how much all that was. Shreddable steel, 600 pounds, $49. That bucket of wire, they only gave me 65 cents a pound. I thought it was gonna be more, but it was 80 pounds of wire, $51. The dirty aluminum, barely worth keeping, but I still do it, keeping it aside in a bucket, that is. So yeah, $14 for that. Aluminum ACRs, $100. That's a good one. And that other white bucket of aluminum, $28. Grand total, $242. Awesome. I'll show you what I'm working on right now. Taking apart this barbecue. And yeah, these older barbecues are always worth taking a look at, taking them apart. So right here, there's like a burner thing that was there. That's what that is. That's solid brass. It just takes a few screws to take them off. And behind the knobs, so that knob there and those knobs over there, there's this brass valve. There was a little bit of aluminum attached to it, so you just have to unscrew it. This handle, that's all aluminum. I was just looking at this, I'm like, that's plastic, and then I took a closer look. Anyways, I banged a piece off of it, and it's cast aluminum. You can hear it. You know, I thought all of this was just plastic, but that's actually a big piece of cast aluminum. So it takes a little more to clean it off. Yeah, so there were bolts there, and these bolts, oh, that's steel. I thought they were going to be stainless steel, but no. Sometimes they are stainless steel. Let's take a quick look at this one. There's no rust on it. Yeah, it sticks. Oh well. Yeah, so we're just going to take that last one off there. And so you have some more bolts here to take off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have to take off the handle. And then you have to take off these brackets here as well on the back. And the brackets are screwed in. So yeah, there's a little bit of work, you know, to put into this. And then feeling the weight of it right now, it's not very much. So I'm going to pass on this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just take, this is tin here, so I'll just take that off. And yeah, it's just really not much weight at all. So I may not do anything with it. I may just throw it in with shreddable steel. Yeah, I'm not going to clean that piece off. But there are some other things here, like this whole, see, this one only has 4 bolts, so 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. It might be more worth it to take that off, and then in behind it are some more brass. Actually, this one here is funny. If you can't quite see it, but the brass, usually these valves here, these ones are aluminum. You can see them. They're actually all aluminum, so I'm not going to take that off at all. And so that's not really worth taking apart. This piece of stainless steel, it's like 35 cents a pound. Yeah, so you really got to look at it, look at your time, if it's something is worth taking apart or just worth just throwing it out as is. So with this, don't think I'm going to go any further with it, even though there's a little bit, like this whole front panel here is stainless steel, that's stainless steel, and those valves are aluminum. I'm just going to leave it. So I'll throw that back in there, and see, I'm making another shreddable steel load here. Door, same deal. That's going to be, actually, you can kind of tell just by looking at it. See, there is rust. Stainless steel doesn't rust because it's all nickel, so that's why stainless steel has value, because of the nickel content in it. This stuff, let's just see if I'm right here. That's just gonna, yeah, that's just sticking. So that is just all regular shreddable steel. I want to take that apart. But this thing here, this is the lid. So it's all taken apart. And again, this took me, you know, underneath a minute to take this whole thing apart and get all of that. So the cast aluminum isn't very much, maybe 9 pounds, I'd say. And stainless steel, 3 pounds, if that. So again, you're not making too much money, but I looked at it and I thought, and I said to myself, I could take this apart really fast. So I don't mind doing that. And again, I just like collecting metal. I like to fill up my buckets and bring it all in and see how much I make. So it is a lot of just an enjoyment factor for me. So even if you're not making a lot of money scrapping, there is that. That's a noisy truck. Anyways, on my way home, I just found some boat aluminum my way back from the post office. So I took a close look at it and I made sure it was aluminum before I put it in the truck. So this part is all aluminum, and the edges are too. So this piece is pretty dirty. I have a lot of wood on it, and I hope they'll take it from me. It's just for dirty aluminum. This piece here as well is pretty heavy. This is like some sort of foam or something, but the rest of it is all aluminum. Even all the rivets are aluminum rivets because it's a boat. So I'm hoping they take those 2 pieces from me just as dirty aluminum. At worst, they'll just take a shred. And then I have these pieces here, and I was just going to throw it in as dirty, but then I took a closer look and it was really easy to clean off. All these rivets here are aluminum, so you don't have to take it all apart. There was just a few pieces here that I banged off with a hatchet real quick, and there was a piece of plywood stuck right here, so I took that off really easily. And then there were these rubber bumpers that just easily slid right out. So I'm gonna get clean aluminum price for all this. There's quite a bit of it right here. See all that? Yes, it was just at the end of someone's driveway. I guess they just had an old boat that they wanted to get rid of, so they chopped it all up. And that's all the pieces I was able to find. I'm going to take this in as well. This is part of a dishwasher. It's all stainless steel. That'll be dirty stain. Same price as that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to put that up there too. It's a dishwasher I took apart. I've made a whole bunch of listings from this dishwasher. It was a Bosch dishwasher that I had for a while. Actually, I bought that off of Kijiji for 50 bucks, and I finally took it all apart. It takes me a while to get to stuff sometimes. So I'm going to bring that in as well. I'm hoping to get to the scrapyard quick before the freezing rain comes today. And I have a bunch of like copper bearing stuff that I want to bring in. Christmas lights. Maybe I'll bring that in too. And some aluminum down there. Yeah, I guess I'll bring this stuff in too. Not sure if I really want to bring in my copper yet or not. I might do that. Look at that brass bucket's full. Man. Yeah, why not? I can hear the rain starting right now. So I better get going because it's going to be freezing rain today. All right, truck is full. No brass, no copper today. Just a lot of junk, really. I mean, I might make $100 off this load. I don't know, because it's just very low cost items, you know. It's nothing really big. It's dirty aluminum, all those chairs, dishwasher, a little bit of stainless steel, which doesn't, you don't get very much for that. A couple buckets of, 3 buckets of, you know, I cut off all these cord ends and then I bring them all in. I was collecting these for a while, thinking I could sell them for gold recovery, you know, but I'm just going to bring them to the scrapyard. I'm kind of done with that. I'm kind of done with collecting gold stuff like that. And this one is just a lot of AC adapters and those things, transformers that have too much steel on them. Some more Christmas lights down there. Yeah, and that one is just a lot of other plugs that I cut off on a regular basis. So anything with plastic on it, you know, even these big fat ones, you can take the brass off that if you want. I don't. And Christmas lights, these sealed units, there's 5 of them. A whole bunch of this aluminum. So we'll see how much I get today. I'm thinking maybe $100. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to save the brass and the copper for another day. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Probably not. I always say I'm going to bring in stuff on Saturday and then I just end up sleeping in. Okay guys, made it back home safe and sound, and total haul of that was $131.90. So it was more than I thought. The copper content was $40.50. They're only giving me 10 cents a pound, which is pretty low, but it was 450 pounds of it. The air conditioner, compressors, the Christmas lights, the plug ends that I cut off, all 10 cents a pound. So yeah, it's not very much, but it adds up pretty fast. And then yeah, I got $40 for it. Aluminum low copper, that's 55 cents a pound, $8.25. Stainless steel, 45 cents a pound, $14.40. The old sheet aluminum is 10 cents less than the aluminum low copper. So old sheets, that was the boat that I found today, and I got $15.75 for that. It was 35 pounds of aluminum. There was a bit of, there's another part of the boat that was dirty aluminum, and so it had some wood on it and stuff, but I also had some other dirty aluminum, like the lawn chairs and a dishwasher. So that all came up to, that was 212 pounds of it, and 25 cents a pound, 53 bucks. So it's, dirty aluminum is 15 cents more than, I guess, copper content, which is technically, I guess you call that dirty copper, maybe. But yeah, you see there's a big difference there in the price. So anyways, $131.90 for all that. Not bad. Earlier today I brought in some shreddable steel too for $83. It was 1,000 pounds of it. Just trying to clean up the yard a bit. And that was earlier today. So I made well over 200 bucks today in scrap. And that's what I always try to strive for, is whether it's through eBay or through scrap steel, you know, I try and get at least $200 a day for a paycheck, you know, just to sustain myself. And so that's done, and it's Friday, so hopefully I'll make some more sales over the weekend. I haven't made any sales so far today at all, and I actually got a couple of returns from the post office. That's a furnace part that someone returned. Luckily they paid for the return shipping because it didn't fit, so they paid to return it, but I have to refund them the purchase price. So I gotta refund them that. I think it was around 50 bucks. Yeah, it's not fun doing that stuff, but it's part of business. So that's going to be it for my Friday. I'm going to just kind of hang low and tinker around with some stuff out here. This washing machine has some parts in it that I want, so I want to get through that one. And then that's just all shred steel. Actually, this boiler unit that I got from my shop is, I just didn't realize it. I thought it was just going to be cast iron, but if you look down there, it's got the copper rods in there, so there's copper inside of that, so I'll take that apart. And I was just looking at this vacuum cleaner. This is a Bissell vacuum shampooer, I guess. So I looked up I'm about to look up the part number or the model number online to see if any of these parts are worth reselling. I think there should be something there. And this was on the boat that I just picked up. It has the key and everything there, so I don't know. Maybe I'll look into that. That's like a safety switch there. And this pile of wire, still have to cut off all these plug ends. Oh yeah, I have to bring back this hot water tank. My shop, this was a rental, and they need it back to get refunded or something like that. So they gave it to me by accident. Luckily, I didn't bring it to the scrapyard. Yes, I'm home. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off here and get to work. This is that boiler that was sitting over there. I took all the outer casing off, and this is what you have. You have these cast iron pieces on the sides, and in the middle here, this is copper. So I'm trying to get that out, and I find the best way to do it is with a sledgehammer. That's one of them. So there you go. That's all cleaned up. So a little bit is left there, and that is the copper. It has this little piece of stainless steel on the inside. Gotta take that out somehow. You know, it's the tube has been bent, so it's pretty hard to pull that piece out now. See, it's like that right there. Pretty sure that's stainless steel.